Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world, LFC fans. Another David Loves Football episode, and here we're going to talk about the game that was where we did the Rumble in the Jungle against PSG, and also talk about the 3-1 win against Southampton, which for a brief period of time put Liverpool 16 points in the league. And look forward to the game, which will be now tomorrow against PSG, in what will probably be, it actually is, the most important game of the season so far for Liverpool in terms of Champions League. See you in a minute. Liverpool walk away from Paris with a 1-0 victory. Whoa. So many questions. Where to begin? I've been watching us recently, and I think this is where we have to be realistic. And the pace that we've gone at in terms of going for all competitions, apart from obviously the debacle against Plymouth, where we played a C team basically and disjointed, etc., etc., etc. Anyway. But we've been going for all the cups, going for all leagues, and we've been not just doing that, we've just been playing some really good football at the same time. Top in the Champions League, playing some really difficult teams, and still delivering. Playing a different style of football than Jurgen Klopp, but just a little bit more subtle, but still with that breakaway, fast attacking football we required. You can just start to see now where the strain is now getting to the players. And that is just a normal human being thing. Slot has really tried to keep a cohesive team, not too much numbers coming in where you can help it. And you can just feel the fatigue now. There is fatigue within the players. When we play PSG, I haven't seen a game this season yet where we've been dominated. I mean, yes, people talk about Man City, but actually against Man City, I felt at times we controlled possession and at times we broke away quite very well. Against PSG, at times we were just getting suffocated. It was literally the rope-a-dope rumble in the jungle without intent. Because obviously, when Scott spoke afterwards, that's not the intention. We wanted to have more ball possession. But the way the avalanche of PSG, the strength, the speed on the wing, Kvaratskhelia, I don't care, I may butcher the name, Dembele, attacking down the wings continuously. We were stretched. Right-hand side, left-hand side, we know with Robbo and Trent, defensively, we're not the best. To be honest with you, I kind of feel like Trent had a decent game. And I say that only in the sense that he managed to keep in the game without making a disastrous error. His man was getting past him, but not being effective enough, or were getting blocks in, etc., etc. So it's not like his defensive positioning helped control the game. No, it was a case that he was in the game. He kept on going. So did Robbo. Robbo was getting tormented by Dembele. We had to keep having Salah drop him back, etc., etc. It was a defensive effort, and at times we just looked lethargic. McAllister in midfield, not same energy. Szoboszlai, again, so much running that guy does. Diaz, just look. Salah, I'm not seeing Salah controlling the game as much as he was in that game. He just could not get past. He couldn't. I expect to see something different at Anfield, but it was a difficult watch. It was a very difficult watch. And, well, let's just say the man of the moment delivered in that game. The man of the moment. Alisson, just unbelievable. 9 saves. I know they swear about 22 shots on goal, obviously not all great shots. They were shooting a lot for the second half from outside the box. But the saves that Alisson made, his command of his box, etc. God, if we didn't have Alisson, no word of a lie, we could have been looking at a 6-0, 5-0 dropping. We literally could have. When you think about the attacks that they had, Dembele's shot, Kvaratskhelia scored a great goal by the heel of his back foot. It was offside. Luck, very lucky, very lucky. And even our manager called it and said later on, look, we were extremely lucky. We were extremely lucky to get through that game unscathed and to come away with good substitution by the coach. Harvey Elliott, basically his first touch in the back of the net. And we get the points. Well, say that, we get the points, we get the lead. And we go to Anfield, where hopefully we'll put up a better game. But this PSG team, they've been winning games continuously, as I did the pre-match conversation. They've been winning a lot of games by a lot of goals. They have a lot of pace, they have a lot of energy, and they have that Barcelona-style technique, tactic, possession, ball possession, etc., etc., etc. And it's going to be a game, and I'll be very, very intrigued to see what Slot does and how he tinkers it. Because, look, if I'm looking at the game to come and what I'd want to be a starting lineup, obviously, no-brainer, Alisson in goal. You know what? It's getting more difficult because not because of some players playing well in certain positions. It's just because of which one's the worst one to put in, and that's Robben's Tsimikas. I don't know. Tsimikas, I kind of feel, has got more pace, but at times Tsimikas defensively is just awful. Whereas second half in that game against PSG, Robbo was better defensively. First half, not so much. Attacking wise, though, basically non-existent. Whereas with Tsimikas, attacking wise, we have an option. I would like to go Tsimikas, but I believe the coach will go Robbo. And I'm concerned that may be a wrong decision. Just one move, Dembele gets past him, sets up, etc., etc. Not because Robbo doesn't try, it's just because I just don't think he has it in him at the moment to keep going. Obviously, Virgil, just Colossus, doesn't rest. I wish this guy could get a break. The game against Southampton, I wish we could. Just couldn't give our main guy a rest. We just need to give him a rest. But anyway, it'll be Virgil, Konate, and obviously Trent with the absence of, again, I think no Bradley, still injured, etc. Gomez recovering from operation, etc. So it's not going to happen, is it? Okay. Then we look at midfield. Gravenberch, and again with a game against PSG, he was getting bullied. He was giving the ball away a lot. But again, I feel a bit sorry for him because I kind of feel he's been outnumbered at times. But he's looked very lethargic. Even again against Southampton, he looked lethargic. It's not the energy. And I can understand, look, we've got a player playing in a position that's not normally his own position. He's done fantastically well this season. But we've had to demand that he plays most games. Although we've now got the finisher, which is Endo, coming in the last 10 minutes. Not a goal conceded when we've had Endo coming on 10 minutes and we're ahead. But, Gravenberch needs a break. He needs a rest. But we can't not this game. So, it's going to be Gravenberch. It's got to be Maka. And it's got to be Szoboszlai, who's taken up a half-time against Southampton. And hopefully he's had a bit of a rest because we need the Warhorse to continue being Warhorse at Anfield. Hopefully Warhorse more attacking. There's news that Gakpo is now fit and is returned back to training. I'll be surprised if he gets started because Diaz has been playing now and he's got that in his system. So I would kind of expect Diaz, maybe Gakpo to come on after. But I wouldn't be surprised if the coach changed it. Only he knows how fit Gakpo is. Nunes' performance the last two games, I think, has given food for thought. Against Southampton, I would say it's going to be a sending off. I think he was petulant, but he gave a question to be asked. Yeah, and the long VAR check was a bit worrying. However, second half turned up, got the pen, and also got the goal. So I would expect, I think, Nunes to start. When Nunes came on against PSG, we saw how he got that. He was competing, won the ball in the air, flicked it on for Harvey Elliott, and set him up a lovely pass for Harvey Elliott to then finish. And I would expect to start Nunes more for the pace in behind. Um, at their home ground, PSG played a very high line, but we had Jota, who just doesn't have that pace to get past the very fast defenders. Whereas I think if they try that against Liverpool, I think Nunes could get in behind, and I think that's definitely going to be a tactic. And obviously Salah, who's looked a bit lethargic, like I said, was dominated heavily against PSG and against Southampton. First half, not so good. 2 penalties, and we talk about different Salah. However, he's fasting. No one knows the real impact to his body when you're fasting during the daytime, not taking the water, breaking your fast later on in the evening. However, I don't feel he would be at his physically best. So I kind of think we have to accept that in a way. But it would hopefully be nice to see a better version of Salah than what we saw against PSG and what we saw in the first half against Southampton. That would be really nice, because if we can get Salah really pushing PSG back with a Nunes to help get in behind and get those balls in for Salah, or get the balls in that's been broken through the lines from the midfielders, making the defence push back, we will be in a better position. And with the crowd is going to be so important for this game. It is so important that Anfield is rocking continuously. We know what happens when Anfield is rocking. We know how the boys give that extra 20, 30, 40%. We need that. Look, if we can get through this round, the draw looks so good. It looks so much better. And we put ourselves in a real position to get towards into the final. PSG, a good team, and do not underestimate that. They have got some really good players. Vitinho, they've got Ikimi, great passer of the ball, great passer. Gomez, they are a team who at wide, speed at wide, Dembele at wide, speed at wide. They will rip us to shreds and get in behind. We can't keep up with. What we can do though is make sure we keep the ball as long as possible. Have the Anfield crowd read on their back when they get possession to get the ball back. Be like terriers, but have that defensive shape, have that defensive line. And if they do get in behind Robert, hopefully we have Virgil to clean it up. If they do get behind Trent, hopefully Konate will again do the job that he has been doing, which is clean it up. And if they do get past all that, they've got Alisson to get past. Get past. It is going to be a game. A really exciting game. Slot, I'm glad he served his suspension for Southampton. That's out of the way for the league. He wouldn't have been suspended anyway for this one. We've got him on the touchline, and hopefully he won't have to blow his gasket like he did against the players against Southampton for the performance in the first half. And we'll see Liverpool get a result. We'll see us move again into the final, into the latter stages of the Champions League, as well as then have the final this weekend to look forward to against Newcastle. Let me know what your starting lineup would be for the PSG game. Let me know what you thought about the game itself that we played at the Parc des Princes. And let me know in terms of who you feel was going to be key players for this game. I feel definitely this game, key players I'm looking at, Szoboszlai, Salah, Nunes, and actually say Diaz. There's that goal Diaz scored against Southampton after the first half where he never ran past his man. And he actually ran past his man for the second half, got that crossing for Nunes to finish lovely. We need to see that Diaz if he's playing. We need to see that one. Let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe and click on notifications. See you on the other side.